Hello students, you are welcome to Nunia Sir's English classes. Today we'll learn how to write notices. Students, notice writing is taught across the different levels in school. That is at primary level, at middle level as well as at senior secondary level. And this fact itself underlines the importance of this major writing skill. So today in this video we'll discuss about different aspects related to notice writing. To begin with, we'll see the purpose behind. Why do we write notices? So the main purpose of writing notices is to pass on information about certain events which are scheduled in near future. And notices can be written at personal level, professional level, organizational or institutional level, or at social level. So the area they cover is very comprehensive, very wide. Now we'll talk about the marking scheme, which is exclusively related to CBSE board and for 11th and 12th graders. So marking scheme of notice writing can be divided into three parts. First is format, means layout of different headings which we use in writing notice, and that is for 1 mark. Format also includes the box, means whatever we write must be put in a box, otherwise we will be penalized. Next one is contents, the message and the information to be supplied, that is for 2 marks. If the information is correct, relevant to the situation, and we have supplied 3-4 value points which are valid and genuine, then will be awarded 2 marks. Next is expression. Expression contains 2 things in it. First is grammatical accuracy and second is style. Style means selection of the words and selection of the sentence structures. So if our expression is good, will be awarded 1 mark. If the whole notice is as per the given guidelines, then we can score 4 out of 4, because total marks for notice which are allotted by board are 4. Now we'll discuss about format. So in format, this is desirable and advisable that when we start writing notice, better we should draw lines on 3 sides. Leave the bottom open so that once we are finished with writing notice, then only we should close it. So at the top of the box, we should write down the name of the issuing authority, name of the institution. In next line, write down the date, and date can be written in 2 ways which are accepted and approved by CBSE. That is first day, then month, and then year, means day, month and year 12th July 2020, or it can be done in month, day and year format, July 12 and 2020. Sometimes students tend to write 12/7 2020, or they try to write, or many times they feel easy writing short forms of the name of months like November NOVW or September SEPT. October OCT. Avoid this format, students, because this is not approved by CBSE. Name of the month must be written in full. After date line, write down the word notice in the centralized way. Name of the issuing authority, notice and title, these things must be written in centralized position. After notice, give single line gap which is mandatory, which is part of formatting. After single line gap, write down the title which is appropriate to the situation given in the question. After title, give single line gap which is mandatory and compulsory, and after this gap we have to write down the message, the information we want to pass on to the people, the desired and the target audience. In message, we have to answer these 5 WH words. Means we have to make a mention of what? Name of the event, then place of the event, where, when, time of the event, why, reason of the event, and how, the manner in which the event would take place. These information related to these 5 areas we need to supply in notice. Sometimes we need to supply some other relevant information. If I take example of some road accident or fire accident, so we need to supply information related to the officers who visited the spot, the social and the political leaders who came to see the situation, observe the situation, who came to meet the victims, or you can say the sufferers also. So these things which are relevant to the situation must be mentioned in the notice. In some notices you'll find that only 3 things are required. Out of the 5 WH areas, we need to mention what, when and where, but we needn't mention how and why. So while writing notice, study the question very carefully and be very wise and use the common sense and presence of your mind and invent all those informations, the facts which are core to that one, which are relevant to that situation. They must be supplied. Next important thing is word limit. Word limit for notice writing is 50 words, but this is advisable, students. If you can write a quality message in 55 words or 60 words, go for that. Means 5-10 words, give or take, won't make any difference. Means won't invite any punishment on your part. You won't be penalized for that. Don't compromise with the quality of your contents in the name of word limit. If you can convey the same message in 40 words, you needn't stretch it up to 50 words. 40 is more than enough. But if you can't write within 50 words and you need 10 more words for that, go for that. You won't be penalized. This much flexibility is given from the side of CBSE itself. And this is my personal experience being CBSE evaluator. But you can't write a notice in 80 or 100 words. Then you will be penalized however good you have written. Once your message is over, then put your signature. Just after signature, write down your name in a very legible handwriting and then your designation. In case you are writing in the capacity of a student, then you must mention your name, then class, section and roll number. Then don't mention your designation because your class address is your designation in that case. Now 4 things: name of the issuing authority, then notice, the word notice and the word title, and the name of the drafter. These 4 things must be written in capital letters only. Every letter of these 4 things must be capital. Now let's see one example. So we can see this is a notice which is written by the president of Tour and Travel Club of GD Goenka School to intimate the staff and the students of 9th to 12th class about a 3-day tour. So the notice has been begun as we have seen in the format part: name of the issuing authority, then date, the date on which the notice was issued, then the word notice, and then title of the event, and then comes message. So in message it is written that it is in the name of 9th to 12th classes as well as the staff members that Tour and Travel Club of our school is going to organize a 3-day educational tour for Udaipur and Mount Abu located in Rajasthan from July 20 to 23rd, 2020. And those who are interested to join the tour may submit their names to the cashier of the club. Master Robin Singh, by 19th July. Now students, two dates you have to make mention of. First is the date on which you are writing the notice, and second is the date when the event will start. And there should be a very logical gap between the two. It must be a logical gap. If over here you are writing 12th July and the beginning you are showing 9th July, it will be irrational, illogical. So whatever you write must appear as if you are writing for your personal life. This should be the quality of the contents. Details of the tour are as follows. So charges are 300 rupees per head. Then conveyance, the tour will go by bus fitted with AC. Then departure time is mentioned, and for other details there might be some other points which the students who are going to take part in the tour would like to just ask from the authorities. So we can't make a mention of each and everything. The minor details should be avoided over there. We can finish our notice with this particular line, make it a standard line at the end. For other details, contact the undersigned, and it speaks volume about everything. Once that message is over, again give a single line gap over here, put your signature, then name, all letters capital, then designation, then the department and the institution. In this way, we can complete and finish our notice. Now, there are certain situations where we need to supply desired information. I have selected 6 such type of the situations which are generally asked in board exams. First is meeting. If some meeting is going to be conducted, so we need to supply date and time. In message we need to write date and time, name of the event, venue, or you can say the place of the meeting, agenda or purpose of the meeting, who is to attend, means the resource persons or the person who is going to take that meeting, and the people who are going to take part in that meeting we need to make a mention of. Then specific instructions if it is given. Suppose in meeting the people must come in a proper dress code, so that must be mentioned over there. And the contact person. For further detail whom to contact, we must make a mention of the name of that person. Then if we want to make some appeal, then date, time and duration, name of the event, name of the organizer over here, then purpose or occasion of that appeal, venue and place where the event will take place, then some slogans which are very much relevant to appeal the people, and the contact person or the contact address. Coming to next is event. It may be related to some cultural event or it may be some sports event. So we should make a mention of the event, name of the event, the name of the organizer, purpose of that event, date, venue and time, then activities, how many activities and what type of activities will be the part of that event must be mentioned in the notice. Then eligibility or awards. If some activities are there, then who can take part in that activity? Age groups, certain qualifications, and what will be awarded to the winners. Then contact address of the contact person. If we are writing for certain warning or some instructions are to be passed on to the people, like if we talk about this situation, that is COVID-19. So after certain interval, and that district magistrate, DMs have to just pass on certain information in the form of notice. If some curfew is to be applied, some Maha curfew is there, so instructions are passed on to the common public. So what to be mentioned over there? Target audience. Those instructions and that warning is applicable to which group of the people? That target audience must be mentioned. Is it for the students? Is it for the old people? Is it for the young children? Or is it for everybody to follow? Warnings. we have to make a mention of what to do, what not to do, do's and don'ts. Then consequences and punitive actions. Punitive actions, actions taken as a punishment. Means what will be the punishment in case people fail to follow those instructions. So we can make a mention of monetary fine. It can be imprisonment. It can be suspension of the services. It can be termination of the services also. So what will be the consequence in case we fail to follow those instructions? That should be mentioned in the notice. Then detail of the issuing authority. Who has issued it? If we talk about a company, then whether the notice is issued from the side of the president, director, managing director, or HR manager, who is the issuer? Then we talk about the lost and found. Then name and detail of the articles and the things we have lost. We lose a ring, if we lose a chain, some books, some purse, then we need to give the detail of all those things, their shape, size, material made of, their color, everything should be mentioned in the notice. Then date and time we lose or we find. Then place, where lost or where found. Whom to contact, in case you have found, then whom to return it. And in case somebody has found, he'll make a mention that you come and collect from me. So we need to make a mention of the contact person also. Then promise of reward, in case we have lost and the object we have lost, the article we have lost is very costly, so it's advisable to make a mention of some reward also, which will be respect to the person and his honesty and integrity who returns this to us. So these things must be the part of notice while writing about lost and found. And the last one is about, if it is related to some tour and travel, then camp, fair or exhibition. So make a mention of the name of the organizer, name of the event, occasion, why this event being conducted, then venue or place, date, time and duration, then charges. If it is applicable, then we should make a mention of the charges too. Then contact person or the address, and specific instructions if we want to give certain instructions which need to be followed by the participants. They must be mentioned in the notice. So these are certain occasions which are generally asked and frequently asked in board exams. So that's all about notice writing, students. I hope you got the gist. So now learn and practice. Thank you.